What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name's Craig. We're going to be going over the charts. We're going to take a look first at the 10-year yield, then the DXY, and then, of course, we'll get into Bitcoin. And I've been asking what chart you guys would like me to go over on the video, other than the ones I normally go over, and Solana was one of them. So today's video, we're going to be taking a quick look at Solana. I'll show you the bullish and bearish point, and, of course, Bitcoin. I'm going to look at the 4-hour chart, and then we'll zoom out to the bigger picture. For those of you that have been following along, we've been looking at the Wyckoff distribution. I do believe we are in distribution. That doesn't mean we can't have one more high, and we'll take a look at that chart also. So if that sounds good, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and tick that notification bell. That will get you notified every time I post a new video, as I may start doing some evening videos here soon. So let's get into it. All right, taking a look at the 10-year yield, right where we've been expecting a bounce at that 4.39. Now, that doesn't mean we have to continue up from here, right? We might come back up to this 55 EMA about 4.5-ish and get rejected right back down. Once we pass this, our next point of bounce, and I would assume that this would be the bottom if we do get down this low, and that would be right around 4.26-ish, and that's just a measured move of this head and shoulders we had up there from where it broke down. That's if we break this 4.39, right? We'd have to break that first, and if that happens, that means the market will probably push up one more time. Another thing I want to look at real quick in here is if we are in a Great Depression style crash, or a Great Depression style crash is coming, what would that look like for cryptos? Well, if anyone understands what happens to assets that are just pure speculation, then you know. But some people may argue differently. We'll see what happens. Anyways, let's take a look at this. So we did get our bearish divergence right here from this low to this high, or I'm sorry, hidden bullish divergence, right? We got a lower low on the RSI, higher low on the price action. So this move could be finished and the 10-year yield continue up from here. DXY still bouncing around the EMAs here. Remember, we do have this possibility of getting down to this 105 area. We'll see what happens there, but it is starting to look like this thing is just going to continue on up from here to our target of 113 in the coming weeks or months, somewhere in that time frame. All right, before we get into Bitcoin and Solana, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. Links down below. They do sponsor the channel. They offer up to a $7,000 bonus for signing up using my link. It'll be 20% on top of whatever you deposit, right? That will be your bonus. And then you can get 25% off your trading fees also. Once you click the link, it'll bring you to this page. You sign up, simple as that. And you can also trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything, all from one exchange. You can also trade your crypto against traditional markets, Forex, or whatever. You can use your crypto to trade in that, however you choose to do. But always remember, guys, be careful. Never put in more than you're willing to use, and use stops. And for those of you that have been asking for a VPN or no VPN, no KYC exchange, BITUNIX has teamed up with me. If you sign up using my link, if you put in $100, you get $100 to match it. Also, there is bonuses up to $5,500 once you sign up. It'll go through that, showing you how to do it. They also have the copy trading features, and just like Prime XBT, so you can copy other traders. You don't even need to trade yourself. But I do suggest, if you are going to trade, take your time, put in very little bits of money, and I actually just try a fake account first. Use Prime XBT, and you can sign up with a fake account. Not sure if BITUNIX is. They may have a fake one down there. Just check them out. Anyways, Dow Jones. So if you look here on the right or on the left, this is where we're at now, and I do believe this is a good possibility here. As you can see, this thing is just parabolic, guys. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about with cryptos is, so since Bitcoin and crypto's creation, which was right about here, right where after the financial crisis, the great financial crisis, right? That's why I believe we could be seeing a Great Depression style crash. But right here, right, that you can see Bitcoin was created here. This market has been in a bull market ever since. And anyone that was around for March 2020, right, remembers what happened when this dipped, what happened to Bitcoin. Well, if this happens, which this is looking like it's coming, I'm not saying it can't go higher first, but when this hits, guys, it's going to be ugly. You want to talk about fear in the markets. The good thing about it is a huge opportunity. Can you imagine sitting in cash, right? Say you made a bunch of money up here, you got into cash, and you waited this few years till this got down here, and you bought around these ranges back then, right? So I know people are saying the value of the dollar is going down, blah, blah, blah. But being in cash will buy you assets a lot cheaper. And then look what happened after that. Although it took 40 years to reach its all-time high again, but it went up from there. So it was just straight gains. And then obviously where we're at now, which is one of the biggest bubbles in history. I mean, this is a mega bubble we're in, guys, and a debt bubble on top of that. So when it crashes, debt's going to just go crazy because everybody's in debt, including the U.S. Nobody's going to pay their debts. It's just going to be compounded on top of each other and just get crazy. I just don't think anyone can imagine how crazy this could get. So anyways, on Bitcoin. So we have this target still of 95.46. Remember, our target down here, we actually wicked past it. We made that one way up here. It was at 98.2, I think I had it at, or 92.8. Wicked past it. So now this is just simple fibs, guys. From the top to the bottom here, we got our rejection right here at the 0.618, 0.5 golden pocket zone, right? Our EMAs are crossing over bearish here. Now, this, not to say it can't turn around here, but if it continues, look for a bounce at 95.460-ish. We might bounce up, retest this 0.382 EMA at 98.130, and then continue down. Now, if we break this low, it could get very bad, and I'll show you why after we take a look at Solana. So on Solana, so this is what I'm looking at right now, just a rising channel, right? Let me clear this up a little. So here's the thing with Solana, guys. If it breaks this 160 range, 162, depending on how long it would take. This is a daily chart, so let's just say 160. If it breaks 160 here, guys, you may come back up, get a retest, right? But if that happens, the bearish case going down to about 27 bucks. Bullish case is this holds and it continues back up, right? And then you might get another high up to these ranges. Now, if it breaks out of the top of this, that'd get you to about 333-ish, depending on if, when, and where it broke up. But then if everything went crazy and markets continue up, you know, you could see 480 bucks. It is a possibility, but first you have to see this break. So as of right now, right here is what you're looking for to hold as support around the 160. If that breaks, I would say it's a damn good chance that we're going to see around 27 bucks, maybe even much lower. If all of this comes together like I think it will, it's just unfolding a lot slower than I thought it would. Anyways, here is the Wyckoff distribution schematic number 1 that says Bitcoin could hit one more all-time high before continuing down. Now, both these charts I'm going to show you here are for Wyckoff distribution. I believe we're in the distribution phase, just like we did back in 2021, was it? Yeah. Where we were in distribution phase and everything came crashing down. I think it's going to be a lot like that, possibly even worse. Now, I could be wrong. So if it's not in distribution, obviously we go much higher, which a lot of people, I understand, really believe that. And kudos to you if you know, best of luck to you. Anyways, let's take a look at this. Let's pull up the schematic number 1 on our charts here. So right here it is. As you can see, I drew it out with you, or for you, with everything that I see here, and it looks kind of scrunched up just so I can fit it in here along with this, so you can see how. And this would get us somewhere between 112 and 117. Now, I drew this in way back here, guys, if you've been watching, and I think this is the area we should bounce around. Now, like I said, if we break down past this 91-ish range, it's going to get very ugly very fast, in my opinion, right? We could then just draw a trend line up here and see we've broken the trend, right? But as of right now, if we are in distribution, which I believe we are, this would be schematic number 1 saying after this right here, right? This area here where we just bounce around in this tight range and then pop up. So how you're going to know if this is going to happen, it should just be one big, huge run up, probably starting within the next couple weeks, right? Actually, within the next week and a half, somewhere in there, we should start seeing a huge move up, right, to here. But what you have to be aware of is it's either one, even if it's schematic number 2, they both look the same in this area, right? And this won't be as fast of a run up. And you're going to top out somewhere around the 107, 106, between 106 and 107, I would say, in this area, get topped out, and then it's going to be coming down. So if you see a big rejection here, the 106 to 107 range, you know this is probably it. The top is already in. But and that's this schematic number 2. I'm sorry, I never moved it over. This schematic number 2 right here, right? So it kind of gives you an idea of what to look for. Now, this could be a huge trade opportunity, whether it's 2 in short around 106 or 107, or if it's schematic number 1. But again, remember, if we start breaking this 91 range, guys, this could be it. And then this is neither one of these schematics are valid. But as of right now, it's playing pretty good in these schematics. Everything's looking good, and we will be keeping a close eye on that. Another thing I want to point out real quick is just this divergence right here. There's huge bearish divergence here, guys, on the weekly. You had a major higher high and a lower high over here. Also, MACD has flipped over, extremely bearish. We got our red dot. Just be careful, guys. If you are bullish, make sure you're using stops. Even if you're bearish, make sure you're using stops. But just be careful here, because I think things are about to get extremely crazy. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, smash the thumbs up, leave your comments, and I will catch you in the next